What's up, y'all? Super late again. I don't know what's going on with me this week on the late uploads, but we'll be back in time for next week since next week is the season finale. So, of Grey's Anatomy. This is Station 19. So, yeah, Station 19, Season 3, Episode 11, No Days Off. This episode is pretty straightforward. It was kind of boring, just a hair. It was just a hair boring. Um, but at the same time, it was great. Um, so yeah, it's their day off. But of course, by the episode title, "No Days Off," we know that it's their day off. But apparently, they don't get any days off. Um, so while on their day off, so I'm gonna call everybody by their first name because it's their day off. Uh, so Maya's on vacation. With DeLuca. I can't remember the girl's name. Vic and Dean are with the baby. Jack comes over there with them to help. Travis is with the Dixons, having lunch at the firehouse. Andy and Robert meet with Pruitt, Andy's father. Warren meets with like some of the doctors from Gray Sloan to discuss trying to find somebody to be his partner for the PRT since Pruitt can't do it anymore. So, very simply, Dean and Vic are super, super sleepy. They've been dealing with the baby and everything, so they're just super, super tired, and wrecked. And, he's dealing with his feelings about Vic, and he's not dealing with them very well. Jack comes over to, just hang out with him, and he ends up being on baby duty while they take a nap. Vic comes out in her towel. He's like, "Go put some clothes on." And Jack's like, "Bro, I've seen her like in a towel 1,000 times. We work together in a firehouse where we change our clothes in front of each other all the time. So this is nothing." And he's like, "It doesn't matter. Put some clothes on. I don't want the baby to see you like this." Um, I just think that he doesn't want the baby to get attached to her in case, when he says how he feels, she doesn't feel the same way, then, he can just easily kick her out. Or, if she wants to leave or whatever. Um, so yeah, Jack's over there with them. They're pretty much the whole entire time. That was pretty much out them until the end of the episode. But things just like, he's cut off, things are starting to get expensive, and he he doesn't know what to do. Him and Vic, they don't have a kid. Or they never had a kid before, blah blah blah. They're raising this little kid together. And they don't really know what to do. Anyway, so next, Travis has dinner with the Dixons. Um so, the Dixon is still a Dixon. He's retarded. I can't stand him. I don't like him. But his son is also retarded, and I don't like him either. I can really do without. I can really do without this whole storyline is really crap. But he's cheating on his girlfriend, and Travis was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna be friends with you or whatever, because you're doing what you're doing is wrong to her." Blah 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 blah. All of that good stuff. Warren meets with Hunt, who is a trauma surgeon. You're meeting with a trauma surgeon who was in the military. So of course he's gonna have big opinions about what you're doing. Um so it's just like, of course, if you meet with somebody who was in the military, who did trauma for a living, of course he's gonna tell you everything that he thinks about it. He thinks that you don't have enough stuff, blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, it got to go. So he's got this whole list, and he's like he like scratching off names. Um, then he meets with um, Teddy. He meets with Teddy, and Teddy is like, I would love to do this. but I can't take on another job. I have a brand new baby. Can't happen. Then, he meets with Dr. Avery. Now, I think Avery's going to be the one for this position. Notice how on Avery, he gave Avery the outfit and it had his name on it. Maybe he already had just print that off because he's an Avery and maybe he's just going to help from time to time already. I don't know if that's sure or because he spent money on it. I don't know because he's a part of the board, so I don't know if he spent money on them having that or not. But Avery seems to be the fit. So then that leads right into Andy and Robert meeting with Pruitt. They go and they talk about their relationship, and Andy's like, yeah, you're the reason why mom wasn't a firefighter, blah, 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 blah. He's going to request a transfer. Robert's going to request a transfer to a different battalion so that him and Andy can, be together without any, type of consequence towards that. Um, then they get into talking about ICE and, Nazis and all that. And what I'm like, man, Sullivan, Robert, like you're amazing outside of work, man. I like you. I like you now. I didn't like you when you first came on the show. You're kind of an ASS, and he really was. He was just really, yeah, he was rude. But I like him now. He has we're seeing more and more of his character growing, like, and I love it. I love it. We get to see more insight on him. The character development that they're doing for him is amazing. It's great. It's wonderful. I love it. If the color keeps changing, I forgot. I got this light and it's changing colors as I go. But hey, so now you know. But anyways, yeah. So he's amazing. He, I don't know. This story development it's nuts to me. It's just nuts. Um, the writers for this episode, I need to go look up. I need to start keeping track of who wrote the episode and everything like that. I don't usually do that type of stuff, but I'm going to start because it's obvious that this writer is rooting for their relationship. So I mean, like, cause on shows they have different writers that write different episodes, different writers who do, or different directors who direct each episode. So it will be cool to see who is a writer. I'm gonna start keeping track of that. I really will. Um, but yeah, Maya, she's over here doing a push-up contest while she's on vacation because dude's over here bothering her. He's like, bro, I'll buy you a drink, blah, blah, blah. Just hitting on her. He's like, well, if you buy me a drink, if you win the push-up competition, then you can buy us drinks and hang out with us. If I win, you buy us drinks and leave us alone. Of course she wins. And then she's there with Karina. That's her name, Karina. And she's like, bro, this is hilarious. Maya ends up having a panic attack because she finds out that the firehouse is having a level 5 um, fire. And she's like, she's not there. She's nervous about it. She just know what's going to happen. And she's just freaking out. She's freaking out. And Karina's like, bro, calm down. You need to chill. You on vacation. There are plenty of fires all over this country that make it without you. You need to chill out. And I feel like it just goes right back to that thing, like when she was a child with her father. Her father was mentally abusive towards her. So like she's in this mindset and she hasn't gotten out of it. But I'm glad to see that she's finally coming out of her shell. We get to see her be human. You know what I mean? We get to see her be human. I wish that she could have stayed with Jack. I feel like her and Jack could have been like in game. You know, but they had to take this storyline in this way. I would have just preferred that her and Jack stay together. That would have been amazing. But hey, whatever. Um, Now what I did miss. Okay, about the Nazi story about the Nazi story about Robert. He's saying, his grandpa was a Nazi and all that. I kind of wonder, was that true? Because we do know that Boris Kojo is from Germany. So I just don't. I wonder if that's true or not. Like, is that like his reality? Was his grandpa really a Nazi soldier? That would be something cool to find out. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna find out for next week. But that would be super cool to find, like, to hear his backstory about that. I don't know if that's true or not, but we do know that he is from Germany. So he's from Germany, and then he speaks fluent Spanish in America. So yeah, he maybe speaks fluent Spanish for the show, but his character he speaks three languages. So that's pretty cool. But I just think that that would be cool to know, like, if that really happened to him in real life, because we know, like, I saw this. It's totally off topic, but I was watching the episode of the show The Real a couple years ago, and he came on there. He was like, when I first came to America, somebody was like, "Hey, give me five," and he gives out $5 and gave him $5. So like we know that he learned from coming to America. So I just wonder, how is this? Is it real? Um. Okay, so then they go to the level 5 fire. Everybody's on deck, and everybody's on deck. Jackson's there with Warren. Vic is there. She passes him. Like, it's a whole awkward second. It wasn't even a moment. It was literally like a second. It was like a glimpse. But I caught that. Uh, Dixon is nuts. Like, he's crap. But I will say the one thing that Travis said about Dixon's son to Dixon's son's girlfriend. He was like, "Yo, this life is not made easy. He's a firefighter. We risk our lives every day. He can die." And you know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. Travis was like, "Bro," like I said, Travis was like, "Bro, I'm done with you, man. This is a good woman, and you're over here cheating on her and stuff like that, blah blah blah." So yeah, that was pretty much it. This episode was kind of boring, but I can't believe I just took 12 minutes to talk about such a boring episode. Okay, next week they say someone will fall. Now, if they mean fall or do they mean die? Because they starting to really piss me off with this mess. If they kill one more person, the only people that I would be fine with dying is Bishop and Travis. I'm completely cool with Bishop and Travis being kaput. Like, they really, but honestly, it could be Pruitt because everybody knows he got cancer and he's on his deathbed. And it's TV. They'll figure out something. Um, we know that he's on his last breath. Like, that's something they've been preparing us for all season. So of course that's not going to happen. Of course it's going to be somebody else, because why would they prepare us for something all season and then it actually happen? That just isn't how TV works. So we know it's going to be a shock to the system and it's going to be somebody else. I would completely be fine with Bishop and Travis dying. Jack, I I love everybody else, but Travis, Bishop, blah blah. They don't have a story. Like, their story is trash. Uh, they really don't have story. You got to really think about it. This is Bishop's first time really getting developed and having a backstory, but they're boring. They're boring to the show to me. They don't bring anything to me, and it is what it is. Like, when Maya was with Jack, that brought me life. When Travis was going through his whole, like, after he got burned in, or he got in that one fire from like the end of season 1, that brought me life. That was cool. But Travis is overall a boring character and I don't like it. And Maya is just mean and rude and I don't like her. So they can go bye bye. So anyways, I'll see y'all next week. This ran long. But I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever.